to need to make this, you're going to need a rolling pin, 2 large bowls, measuring cups, measuring spoons, a spoon, a spatula, a fork, a food processor, and I think that's pretty much all on the utensils. Maybe a little whisk if you don't want to use a fork or spoon. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make our crust for our pumpkin pasties. I've already measured out our 1 1/4 cups of flour, our 1 tablespoon of sugar, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. It's already in my bowl. So now I'm going to add cold butter and the shortening. Oh my gosh. And of course, I forgot it in the fridge again. Okay, so we've already pre-chopped it up into small pieces. So we're just going to add it. And we're going to process it until it says the butter and Crisco looks like white powder, but yellow, but with no white powder. Okay. Okay, I think we're there. So, this is what you're going to look like. If I can get it off. There we go. You can tell I use this a lot all the time, you know. So that's what you're going to look like. It's going to be more yellow than white. And it says to dump into a large bowl. Okay. So, to this, you are going to add 4 tablespoons of water. It says 4 to 6 tablespoons. Depends upon your, how wet you need to make it to stick. So I'm just going to start out by adding just a little bit of water. And I always put ice in my water to keep it nice and cold, so that it'll make it stay, so that it doesn't melt your butter or not. Okay, comes the hands. Okay. Here is your dough. And it says to wrap in plastic wrap and put in and refrigerate for up to 1 hour. Okay? So let me get a piece of plastic wrap and I will cover it up. I'm going to put that in the fridge. Okay, so with the magic of being prepared, I already have a dough that's been refrigerated. I've already started cutting it. It says to cut out in 6-inch, but I wanted to make a little bit more, so we got a 4-inch container, like maybe 4.5 inch. So I rolled out my dough, pressed it out, I rolled out one. This makes nice little circles. So then you take your little spatula, put it off, put it on your pan. Just messed that one up. Okay, so we've got 6 on our pan. So get this mess out of the way. Set that aside. Then we're going to mix up our pumpkin pie filling. So it says you're going to need a cup of canned pumpkin, not pumpkin pie filling, just the canned pumpkin. You're going to need a 1/4 cup of sugar. And you're going to need your 1/8 teaspoon of cinnamon and 1/8 teaspoon of nutmeg. Okay? And it's real simple, easy ingredients. So just mix that up. till combined. Okay, let me grab a spatula. Scrape our bowl a little bit. Okay, so in the recipe it says to add 2 to 3 tablespoons of filling to the center of the circle and moisten edges with water, fold over and crimp with a fork to seal edges. Cut slits to make vents, and it makes 6 of the pasties. So right now all our ingredients was flour, sugar, salt, butter, vegetable shortening, ice water, canned pumpkin, sugar, ground cinnamon, nutmeg, and that's all. This is like a real simple, quick little recipe. So let me get my little leftover water so I can crimp my edges. So we're going to get our spoon, and I'm just going to use like a teaspoon or a little over, just because of I don't want to overflow them. And I'm going to put it more to one side of the dough, just so folding over I don't have to mush as much. So I'm going to put a little bit on each just to start, and then I'll put more if I need it. Pumpkin smells yummy. Okay, so it says to fold them in half. Well, let me take my finger and I'm going to rub the finger along the edge around the dough. I'm going to fold it over. Made it a little bit too full. It's oozing. And then you crimp it with the fork. Should fold it the other way the next time. Like I said, I'm still learning on this cooking stuff, this baking, because I'm an assembler. I don't even really think we need the water. I think the dough's gooey enough that it's going to stick on its own. Because to tell you the truth, I forgot when I baked the first batch to do water, and they did fine. Okay, in the first batch, I sprinkled a little bit of sugar on top of them. You don't love a lot of sugar. Okay, and then you bake them in your oven on 400, so you want to preheat your oven to 400 for 30 minutes. But ours was done in 20 minutes, so you might want to check them after 20 minutes. Okay, so this is what they looked like after they were done. Really pretty. And we dusted them with a little bit of cinnamon when it was done. So I hope you enjoy. We have one more cooking episode to go. We have next Thursday at 1 o'clock we're making slither and snake roll. It's sort of like a ground beef, like a pizza roll, but with ground beef and everything in it, and it looks really creepy like a snake. So I hope you enjoy these recipes. So now it's time to taste. So let's break one open. Ooh, look at all that pumpkin pie filling in there. It's nice and yummy looking. I think this will be quicker than making pumpkin pie for Thanksgiving. So I had a little friend here who told me she might do that for her holiday. So thank you for joining me today. Have a good day. Bye.